Hello students, hope you have seen my introductory session on personality development and you have made up your mind that you must work on your personalities. Yes, I'm sure about that. So today I'm going to give you the first key of success, that is on time management. In fact, you have already received lessons on this particular topic when you were children in the form of mini lectures. I will tell you how. Pay attention. बेटा चलो पढ़ाई कर लो, जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ाई कर लो, ये टाइम वापस कभी नहीं आएगा is the pet dialogue of a mother for her children who are not studying at all. बेटा उठ जाओ, सुबह के 10 बज रहे हैं, ये कोई टाइम होता है सोने का? पता नहीं ये लाइफ में क्या करेगी आगे, मुझे तो बहुत परेशानी हो रही है is the pet dialogue of a mother for her 18-year-old daughter who is sleeping till 10 o'clock in the morning. Then a father talking about a son, expressing concern about his son. मुझे बहुत चिंता होती है इसके फ्यूचर की, पता नहीं ये आगे लाइफ में क्या करेगा, क्योंकि ये टाइम यूज ही नहीं करता है, बर्बाद करता रहता है. Haven't you heard of all these comments? I am sure these comments are very common and all of you have heard of them. But when they are talking, when our seniors are talking, we are not paying attention to it. You don't even bother to respond to these comments. But later on in life, the realization comes. When you have so many responsibilities and you have so many roles to play, you hardly have any time for yourself. At that point of time, you remember what mom had said, what father had said, what teachers had said, it made sense. So when parents and teachers are telling you that you must make good use of your time and manage it in a very efficient manner, you must listen to them. Because the time, when once it goes away, it never comes back. Time and tide wait for no man. You must remember this point very clearly. So let me not waste any more time and let me give you all the secrets of managing time efficiently and effectively. Let us talk about the first part. Always set very clear goals. Clarity of goals is very important for effective time management. In fact, goal setting and time management are very much interrelated. You must know what you want out of life. You must know where you have to reach, where you have to go. Unless you know what you want out of life, how are you going to reach over there? So, goal setting is extremely important for you. After this lecture, you must take the exercise of goal setting. Take a paper and write down your short-term goals and your long-term goals. And after that, write down an action plan as to how you wish to achieve these particular goals. Once you are very clear about your goals, managing your time becomes very easy. In fact, goal setting and time management are very much interrelated. If you set very clear goals, managing your time becomes very easy. And if you manage your time very well, then following your goals or achieving your goals becomes very easy. I hope you know what is a goal. Goal means anything you want to achieve in life, your aim. Whatever you want to achieve in life is your goal. But you must be very clear with setting your goals. The common mistake made by lots of students today is that they want too much and they set too many goals. And eventually they achieve nothing because they get confused. The mind gets confused. So set 2 or 3 very clear goals and set a proper action plan and go for it. Give your 100% to it and go for it. That way you will be able to manage your time and you will be able to achieve your goals also. Let us talk about the second concept of time management, a very common term which is used by the youngsters today, which is known as time pass. Now, I don't have to explain this term. You people are all using it. Let us go to the mall, or let us just 4 or 5 friends get together and we will really enjoy the time because a lot of time pass is happening. Now what is this concept of time pass? Why do you need to do time pass? Just think about it. Time is such a wonderful resource which has been given to us. It is a beautiful resource which has been given to us. Why should you want to pass your time? Why should you want to kill your time by doing unproductive things like gossiping and chit-chatting about useless things? Why should you want to do it? Just change your thinking over here. Time is a resource which has been given to you, and if you have been given time, you are really blessed. You can do something wonderful with this particular time that you are having. Do you know there are lots of people who do not have time in their hand to spend on activities that they really enjoy doing? They are so busy earning their bread and butter that they do not have time for themselves. So if you are actually having the time for yourself, make use of that time and don't just do time pass or don't just kill the time. Now do something productive means your work is there. Apart from your work, there are lots of hobbies which are there which you can cultivate, like painting, dancing, singing, cooking, gardening. So many things are there. Sport activities are there. Walking, aerobics, yoga, meditation, all these are productive activities. So if you have managed to create time for yourself, if you actually have the time for yourself, make use of that time by having positive involvements. You are going to get very, very big returns by having positive involvements. If you just waste your time and do time pass, then the time is never going to come back and you are not going to get anything out of that particular activity. So cancel that term time pass from your vocabulary and include positive and productive activities in that particular time that we are having. Now you might say that madam is talking about so many hobbies and doing so many things, but we actually don't have the time. When I conduct a session on time management and I actually conduct it with the students, they say that ma'am, we actually don't have the time. How can we create the time? Because we are not having time for hobbies. My dear, it is not that you do not have the time. We all have the time, but you have to create the time. So let us talk about the next concept on time management, which is on budgeting time. Now all of you have heard of the term budget, right? How have you heard about the term budget? In the sense of money. We all know how to budget the money, or you should know how to budget the money. When you are having say 5,000 or 10,000 at the end of the month, you could be earning that money or you could be given pocket money or whatever. You have some money at the end of the month. Don't you budget that money? Well, only if you budget it, only then you can manage the month properly. If you have say 10,000 rupees with you for the month, then you know mentally that 2,000 you have to spend on food, then 3,000 you have to spend on your accommodation, 2,000 you will spend on shopping, then 2,000 you will spend on entertainment, etc. Budgeting is an individual thing. It depends on how you want to budget. But if you budget and plan your money well, your month is very good. So if you are budgeting money, why not budget the time also? Because time is money. You have heard of the phrase that time is money. So if you are budgeting money, you must budget time also. Now how is it that you can budget the time? Yes, you can budget the time and you can take out a lot of time if you budget the time. Let us see how. First of all, you have to identify the time wasters. Which are the time wasters? Where exactly are you wasting the time? Then you have to reduce the time which you are spending on those time wasters. That is how you will be able to budget the time. Let us talk about the first very big time waster. The first very big time waster is the phone. In our times, we never really had this instrument, which is we have the cell phone, which is a very big time waster. what is the purpose of this particular instrument? The phone. What is the purpose? The purpose is that we have to receive the message and we have to send the message. And we have to briefly communicate what we have to tell the other person. But this instrument is not being used for that purpose at all. That people, the youngsters, are talking for hours and hours over the cell phone. Don't you think it is a complete waste of time? What are you achieving at the end of it? So please do not waste so much of time over the phone. It is an instrument for giving and receiving the message, and use it for that particular purpose. Fine. You might say that ma'am is becoming very strict and she is not allowing us to talk to our friends. No, by all means talk to your friends, but just budget the time a little bit. If you are spending 2 or 3 hours talking to your friends, you can reduce it to 1 hour, and you gather 2 hours per day for doing something really constructive. Sometime when you are talking over the phone, just nonsense, whatever you are talking, just record what you are talking and listen to it. And you will be wondering, is this what I talk? It is all rubbish, complete rubbish. So, as much as you enjoy, you must talk and interact with your friends, and the rest of your time you must spend on doing something productive. The next one, let us see the next time waster, very big time waster. All of you know, all of you like it also, all of us like it, but it is also a very big time waster. That is the television. Now, I am sure all of you are spending lot of time in front of the television. Now, how you are seeing the television is very, very important. You just have the remote in your hand and you are just mindlessly trying to see all the channels at the same time without concentrating on any one particular channel, because you are mindless at that point of time. You just want to relax. Fine. Television is a big source of entertainment and leisure, but use it like that. Don't just blankly see it and be in front of it for 2 hours, 3 hours or 4 hours, because it is not going to give you any extra value. For example, if you are fond of seeing the Ekta Kapoor serials, which everyone is fond of, so if you are seeing 4 serials, how much time are you spending on it? Let us say half an hour for one particular serial. So you are spending 2 hours on seeing 4 serials. Instead of seeing 4 serials, can't you see 2 serials and save upon 1 hour? Now, if you save 1 hour every day, do you know how many hours you are saving in a week? You are saving 7 hours in a week. And how many hours in a month? 20 plus hours in a month. Isn't that a big amount of time? You can do something productive with that particular time which you have saved. What I mean to say is that when we say that we do not have the time, actually we are not creating the time. We are not budgeting the time. There is a time leakage which is happening every day. So consciously you must make an effort to budget your time in these very activities. We have already talked about the phone, we have talked about the television, and the next one is the internet. Another very big bimari of the modern day is the internet. Internet is a very wonderful thing. It is, we are living in a very privileged age where communication is very high, science and technology is very high, but unfortunately the youngsters are using the internet sometimes not in a very nice manner. The unnecessary chatting and the social networking sites which are there, the Facebook and things like that, it depends on how you are using it. How much time are you spending? I have seen the youngsters spending 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours of their productive day on chatting. So don't you think it is so much of waste of productive energy? Instead of that, why don't you make some good friends, and why don't you cultivate some good hobbies? This is absolutely a useless activity and it does not give you any kind of a value addition. So please try to reduce the time. I am not saying don't do it at all, but reduce the time that you are spending on chatting, because it is absolutely giving you no value addition whatsoever. The next one A very modern concept which exists today, a modern term, it never existed when we were there, is chilling. When we sometimes tick the youngsters and say, oh, come on, tell me, what are you doing? Please don't disturb me, I am chilling. Chilling means what? Chilling means doing nothing, absolutely doing nothing. Do you think it is something productive or it is something great? Well, in our times, doing nothing or chilling never existed at all. We always had to keep doing something. So I don't want to comment on this particular generation. Maybe chilling is a very, very important thing, important concept. But instead of chilling, why don't you have a combination of activities wherein you are doing some studies for 2 hours and then you are doing painting for another 2 hours, you are doing a sport activity for another 2 hours. You won't need chilling at all, because your brain likes to do different types of activities. So why don't you create an agenda during the day where you are having different types of activities? Your brain will be happy, you will be very happy, and you don't really need to chill as such. Well, this is a purely personal thing, but what I mean to say is reduce your chilling time and increase your working time. Okay, the next one, again very important, is get organized. A lot of times people waste a lot of time because they are just not organized. The actual work really does not require too much of time. Most of the time goes in organizing oneself. Once I was invited by my friend to her house, who is a very rich woman and lives in a very palatial house. She has all the luxuries of the world, but she was a little disturbed. And she said that I am very disturbed on account of my son. He has become very slow. He cannot concentrate. He is not systematic. I don't know what to do about his future. I am a little bit scared, and he does not listen to me. And because she is a working mother, she could not devote much time in the house. As it is, he never listened to her also. So she said, why don't you come and do a little bit of counseling for my son? I said, okay, I will come. I will talk to your son. But the son refused to talk in front of the mother. And I said, come, let's go to your room and we will talk separately over there and let me understand what is your problem. Once I entered his room, I was little bit surprised, and I got all the answers to what the mother was talking about. I saw his study table. It was full of books, full of papers, unnecessary papers, pens and pencils, so many of them, and things just scattered here and there. I went to his cupboard, opened his cupboard, and the clothes just fell out from the cupboard. I saw his room, and all the clothes and all the things, bags and everything were all helter and skelter. Things were just lying here and there. Well, I got the answers to all the questions. I said, no wonder he is slow, and no wonder that he cannot concentrate, no wonder that he is not working well. Because at the end of the day, you need to organize your things. Just devote 10-15 minutes every day, 20 minutes every day. Organize the space around you, organize your study table, organize your cupboard, organize the clothes that you have to wear for the next day, and see the magical difference which you will experience in your personality and in your time management. Haven't you experienced early in the morning you have to go for the interview or you have to go for work and you are just helter and skelter looking, trying to find your clothes, and you're not finding the matching clothes or matching tie or matching dress, and you're not finding your makeup kit? Keep everything organized the previous day. It is a very, very simple tip, but people don't do it. It is very silly and very simple. Just devote 15-20 minutes every day to organize yourself, organize the next day, and see a lot of difference is going to happen in your life and in managing your time. In fact, even according to Vastu, it has been said that throw off your unessential things which are not really required, throw it off. Because clutter, the clutter which is there outside of your personality creates a lot of clutter inside your head also. Clutter is confusion. If you have lots of unnecessary things around you, it will create a lot of confusion in your head. But our Indian mentality is such that we like to hoard a lot of things. Unnecessary old newspapers and bottles and clothes which we are not wearing for so many years, we are going to hoard and keep it all around us. It will only create confusion. So this is the day and age of economy. What you are using, keep it with you. What you are not using, just throw it off. Little bit you can collect and keep, but not to the extent that it will create confusion in your head. So organizing yourself has a lot of magical quality in it, and the more organized you are, the more you will be able to manage your time, and the more you will feel better and good about yourself. Okay, let us talk about the next point, is carrying a lot of past. People are carrying lots of their past along with them, because of which it creates a lot of problem. What is carrying the past is like carrying the excess baggage. When we are going to the security, a lot of excess baggage is thrown away. We are not allowed to carry it. But we carry a lot of excess baggage in our head and we move around. Throw away that excess baggage. Don't carry it. Past is like a cancelled check. Future is a promissory note. And present is the ready cash that we are having with us. What is the use of a cancelled check? Can you tell me what is the value of a cancelled check? It does not have any value at all. Absolutely zero. There is no value at all. Future, we don't know what is going to happen in the future. Present is the ready cash that we are having. We can do something with it. So don't carry too much of the past with you and make good use of your present. Otherwise, nothing makes sense. I will give you an example. There were two roommates who were staying, and this X and Y. Now, X was a very good friend of Y. One day, suddenly X started feeling very depressed. She said that Y is not talking to me at all. For 1 week, for 10 days, for 15 days, X is gone completely into depression. Y is not talking to me at all. I think she has found some other friend, and I think she does not like me because I am not intelligent and because I am not good looking. I am not very smart. Therefore, Y has started liking somebody else. And you know, at that particular age, people are very, very possessive about their friends. So X went into a complete depression. What is this? Carrying a lot of excess baggage in your head. And then suddenly, one day, after the 15th day, she said, let me ask Y, what exactly is the problem? Why is she not talking to me before I break my friendship with her? Do you know what Y said when X spoke to her? Said, Arey, why are you thinking like that? I'm not talking to you. I have been having a sinus problem. I have been going to the doctor. The whole week I have been going to the doctor. I have a massive pain over here. I cannot talk. That is the reason I am not talking to you. But you are just thinking something on your own. You are just presuming that I don't like you. See the amount of trouble carrying excess baggage creates. So do not carry any excess baggage in your head. Approach every relationship with a very fresh kind of approach, and you will enjoy life better. Another example of carrying an excess baggage is stereotypes or presumptions. We always presume a lot of things, and therefore we cannot interact or talk to people properly because there is presumption in our head. Common stereotypes and presumptions are: mothers-in-law are very, very strict. That is a common presumption. So when the girl gets married, the first day the mother-in-law tells something to the girl. The common reaction of the girl is, look, she's trying to rule my life. How come she's telling me this particular thing? Well, if the mother would have told you the same thing, you would have heard her, you would have listened to her. But because the mother-in-law is telling you, it is creating a lot of conflict within you. So don't presume things. Treat everyone with a fresh approach. bosses are very, very rude and very strict. So the boss tells you something and you suddenly get angry. Well, your boss might really not be rude. He really might be a very nice person. So don't waste time presuming a lot of things. Keep your mind clean and then life will become very, very easy. अरे उसने तो ऐसे बिहेव किया था, उसने तो 10 साल पहले मुझे ये बोला था, अभी तक आपने उसको दिमाग में रखा हुआ है. 10 years have gone. People have changed, completely changed. Within a span of 2 years, a person is a new person altogether. But उसने मुझे ये बोला था, मुझे उसको दिखाना है. I want to prove something to that person because he insulted me. You are keeping in mind so many insults, so much of hatred, so much of jealousy, so much of anger. Don't you think all these negative emotions are going to take away all the energy from you completely? And no wonder you don't have any energy at the end of the day, because it has been consumed by all these negative emotions, and that is the excess baggage which you have been carrying. In Hindi, the term is jaane do, and English it is let go and move on, move ahead. Life is very, very beautiful. Life is very short, and to waste on all these negative emotions is absolutely foolish. Now, you are not going to waste time on all these negative emotions if you have something positive to do. So, it is important that you cultivate a lot of positive things, a lot of lovely things in your life, so that you don't have all these negative emotions with you and you do not waste your time. The next part is relationships. We are very, very privileged as human beings that we are capable of wonderful emotions, lovely emotions, and relationships is a very, very wonderful part of it. But unfortunately, we do not invest too much of time in relationships. Just like you have a plant, you sow a seed, and you want it to grow as a plant, you want to see the flowers, you have to nurture it, you have to put water, you have to put manure in it. Similarly, in relationships also, you have to nurture the relationships. For that, you have to invest time and energy. You cannot say that this particular relationship is there and on its own it will carry on. Nothing carries on its own. You have to invest time and energy in that particular relationship. Small things are there, small courtesies are there, and wonderful things that you can do in order to keep your relationship going. One of the most important things in maintaining the relationship is expression. You must express whatever you want to say, express, tell it out. Don't keep it within your heart. Whether it is positive or whether it is negative, speak it out. Now you might say, what is the connection of relationship and time management? There is a very, very big connection of relationship management and time management. If your relationships are not healthy, not happy, you will be constantly having friction and you will be carrying it to your professional life. So maintain good relationships, happy relationships, so that your mind is free, you are positive, and you can concentrate on your work. So relationship management is very, very important. Another technique which you can use in order to manage your time and in order to manage your relationships and work is the technique of compartmentalization. A lot of people, when they are at work, they are thinking about the problems in the house. When they are in the house, they are constantly thinking about the work. So the family members are always complaining, what is it that you are not giving us time? Arey, but the person says, I am sitting with you people. You are sitting with us, but you are only physically there. Mentally you are not there. So when you are spending time with your family members, see to it that you are spending quality time. Not just spending time just like that. You are spending quality time with your family members. You are physically and mentally present over there. And when you are at work, see to it that you are 100% devoting to your work. This will only happen when you adopt the technique of compartmentalization. What is the meaning of compartment? you have the various compartments. Now, if you have a cupboard, you have the various drawers, which are the various compartments of that particular cupboard. When you come to work, you can shut the compartment of your personal life, and when you are at home, you can shut this particular compartment altogether. If you have neat compartments in your life becomes much, much easier. Compartmentalization is a wonderful technique, and if you really implement this technique, you will be able to achieve a lot, and you can have so many compartments in your life. But just see to it that they are neat compartments and that you can shut and open them as and when it is required. So let me give you certain practical tips for time management. First one, you can note it down if you wish to. Start your day with having a to-do list. When you go to the stationery shop, you get a small booklet which says to do. So you must always start the day with that to-do list along with you. Fill up 1 to 10 what are the things that you want to achieve during the day. The things that you write down in that must be in the order of priority. What is the order of priority? Means going to the doctor and going for the health checkup should come first. Studying should come second. And going for the movie should come somewhere last. It should not happen that going for the movie is number one. So priority is very, very important, and having an agenda for the day is very important. Sometimes I have gone to students and met them, and I have discussed about time management, and I asked them, what are your short-term goals and what are your long-term goals? Madam, abhi to kuch nahi socha iske bare mein. Okay, I can understand long-term goals. You have not thought about the long-term goals, 3 years, 4 years. But short-term goals also you have not thought about. Forget about this. They don't even know what they want to do during the day. So little bit of focus, goal setting, time management is very, very important. Otherwise, you will not be able to achieve anything in life. Remember, if you don't make the choices for yourself, others will make the choices for you. Then you will have to lead the life along with what others are saying, as per what others are saying. Then don't complain. So make your choices, set your goals, and make your plan accordingly, make your agenda accordingly. So start your day with a to-do list. Next one, you get a monthly planner. You can have a monthly planner along with you. Fill the monthly planner and jot down the important dates and events, and keep the planner on your study table. It will really help you. You can always have calendars along with you. Mark the important days, the dates which are important for you, the events which are important for you, and have it in front of you. Plan your finances well. Financial management, time management are also interrelated. If you have not planned your finances well, most of the time you are spending in arranging for your finances. If your finances are well taken care of, you can use that particular time for something better. Keep all your relationships happy. Tasks that you do not like at all, but you actually have to do it. What can you do about that? Break it up into small chunks, into small parts, and see it becomes very, very easy for you to achieve that. For example, if you have to submit a project or you have to give a very big presentation, it sounds very difficult and you find it very difficult to start working on it. But you can divide it into small parts. For example, if you have to give the presentation by 30th April, so every day, how much should you be working towards it? Every day, how much should you rehearse? How much should you read? 1 hour every day will be more than enough. Isn't it simple? Isn't it easy? If you are working 1 hour every day towards that presentation, by 30th, you will be having 30 hours of productive work which has gone into this presentation. And don't you think it will be great? Because you'll hardly realize the work that you have put in every day of 1 hour. So break up difficult tasks into small tasks, and achieving it will become very, very easy. So to conclude, I just want to tell you a few lines so that you further understand the value of time. To realize the value of 1 year, ask a student who has failed in the final examination. He will tell you the value of 1 year. To realize the value of 1 month, ask a mother who has given birth to a premature baby. She will tell you the value of 1 month. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers who are waiting to meet. They will tell you the value of 1 hour. To realize the value of 1 week, ask an editor of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of 1 minute, ask a person who has missed his train or bus while going for an interview. To realize the value of 1 second, ask a person who has just survived an accident. To realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask a person who has won a silver medal in the Olympics. Time waits for no one, so treasure each and every moment that you are having in your life. Thank you very much and wish you all the best.